Hello everyone, I have made this project to one of my clients. This is a real React.js template that I have used. Even I deployed it for them, for their company. So as I promised, I just shared a video before about this template. Most of the students commented that make a video on this template, how to build this template. So today I will make a detailed video about this template to build from scratch using React with the help of Tailwind CSS. So let's first of all go a demo of this template that what we are going to build in this video. Okay, this is fully responsive template and video using React.js and Tailwind CSS. So let's start. Okay, first of all, we have navbar at the top. Look at, we have these navbars and menus. This is specifically designed for security, for the security company. So you can just use it for any other business also. Even you can select on your clients, you can design for any other business. And just to learn how to code and how to design a navbar, responsiveness, a carousel, and why choose area and the services, all these sections that you have. Okay, you can learn lots of things from this. Okay, this is a real project that I have made and I have published and deployed. So first of all, this is the top. You can see the navbar and a button request barcode, so it will move directly to the quotation like request a code this contact form. And we have these pages also, like the contact page. Here you have the location, a beautiful footer we have, and about section. So here we have about section. Look at. So just this is a full rail. For example, construction company services. Here we have the page for the construction services, armed guard services. This page here we have sidebar. We can move to unarmed, for example, security guards. So look at. Back here to the home page, and this is a carousel that we have the hero page. And down from that we have why choose us, and we have animation also, the our services section. Our client says this section, industries we serve, and quote, our contact forum, areas we serve, these are the cities or counties where you serve, the packs are frequently asked questions, and Marquee, and also finally a footer. So one thing I should mention, okay, this is a long project that I would like to build in this video, but I will try to cover the whole project in this video. If I didn't, then I will just design first of all the home page in this video, then I will move to the second part where I will design the rest of the pages. So let's start, okay, to build this. Let's check first of all the responsiveness of this project. Also for mobile, look at, we have like this, close it, come here to other sections. A fully responsive project, okay. So let's start, okay, to build this project using React.js and Tailwind CSS. So first of all, I have opened an empty folder inside VS Code editor template. Let's open the terminal now. So after opening terminal, we will just write the command npm create wait at latest, okay, the latest version of wait. So after running this command, so it will show us now which, yes, the project you would like to use the latest version. Yes, proceed. Wait for that. And project name, because we want to install in the same folder in the template, I will just put that. Package name like template, press a tab, just the template, press enter. We will use React JavaScript. Now the default one, press enter, yeah, select the no one and install with the npm start now. Yes, so it is installing the dependencies. Let's wait for that. So installation has been completed, so our server is running. So look at the project package.json. So we have these default dependencies, div dependencies, and you can check the version. Let's click this link so it will open. This is the default React app. Let's now install Tailwind CSS. So to install Tailwind CSS, we are using wait. So we will search Tailwind CSS with wait and open the first link. And here you can see the installation guide. First of all, copy this command and run it. Close the server, React server, and press that and install it. After the installation, as they guided in their website, so we will just import the Tailwind function here and we will use that. Tailwind CSS that has been imported. Let's use that. Look at the guide that they had for Tailwind CSS. Import this Tailwind CSS inside the CSS file. Index.css, remove all the previous code and paste that here. It's working. Let's remove other default codes also. Come to app.jsx, remove all this default code. Just simply let's write hello world. Refresh. So our React server is not running. Let's run that. npm run div to run our React server. So let's now we will design first of all this navbar or this first part. Okay, the first part is about navbar to design it responsive for mobile and desktop devices. So we will design this navbar. So let's create two folders inside our src folder. The first folder for pages. We will have our pages inside this pages folder. The second folder for components. Sorry, it should be inside src. Inside this components, let's create navbar. First of all, we want to design our navbar.jsx. So RAFCE, React Arrow Functional Component. Let's save it and let's come here to app.jsx. Inside this, let's import our navbar. Later we will implement React router also, but for now we will just import navbar. Save that. So let's run our React server. Come here to terminal, control plus backtick. So it will open the terminal. Let's write npm run div. So it will run our React server. So let's copy this path. After copying this path, we will run our React app here inside this VS Code. Come here to the top or control P. So here we will search simple browser. Sorry, you should write this greater than arrow, then simple browser. Press enter and we will paste our URL here and press enter. So it will open our app here. So we paste with an error. So it says that app.css. So let's fix that error. Slash simple browser. Look at the navbar. This is our navbar. So let's explicitly just come here to press this button and we will bring this browser to the right side. Let's close this and decrease the size. To preview everything here inside VS Code editor. Now let's design our navbar. So for navbar, let's move to the navbar component. I will close this app.jsx and also close this left side. Inside this navbar, let's have a div element. First of all, inside this div element, first of all, we will have to the left sidebar our logo. Here we will have our logo. So our logo is, I have already uploaded that to the public, to the here inside public folder we have logo.png. Look at this is our logo. So I will use that here directly slash logo.png. So look at we have our logo. So we will just Later decrease the size of that. Let's make it class name like width, for example 32. That's it. Or we can make it 24. Down from that we will have a div element. Inside this div element we will have our menu. So I will show you this menu. Look at this menu. In that menu we have two div elements. The first one is for the top, so for this, and the second one for the down menu. So in the top div element we have just the email and the number. So let's have a div element because we have an icon, email and phone number, something like this. Down in this div element we will have anchor tags. Later we will change them to the link React router. So just come here, and that is home. We will change the names later. So down from that, this div element at the end we will have this button. So let's design that. We will have a div element. Inside this we will have a button. So the button is request for code. That's it. Okay, so let's now Control B. We can just copy this. Control A, Control C, Control V to run our app here also. Look at it, looks like this. Class name and flex justify between. Save that so you will see. Look at the result, justify between. We will have the yes, where we can see the button. So let's have this div. Yeah, the button should be outside the div element. Okay, so let's bring it here down. Alt Shift F to format the document. Now that's okay. At the end we have request for code button. At the center we have these links, and we have a logo at the left side. Now let's just design our logo. So the logo should looks like width 20. Yeah, this should be the width of the logo. So let's check on the browser. Yeah, that is okay. And just come here down inside this div element. We will wrap all our code inside another div element. So here I will assign a class name. Max width will be 7XL per larger screen. Also, let's bring this. That is okay. Max width 7XL. Justify between and items. Center vertically. Page wide. That is okay. And also whenever we use this justifying flex items, justify between, whenever we use this max with 7XL we should use margin X R2. So it will solve the issue. Now it is at the center. So come here down now to this links class name. I will add classes Tailwind CSS. So flex column. And now I am designing for desktop. For mobile I will design it later. I will add classes for mobile later. So flex column, and after that is flex column, and come here class flex and just flex, and let's try that. It will solve the issue or not. Flex and so it will move to the right side, and here class name flex space x will be like 4. Let's try it once. Okay, how it looks like this, but I would like to cover the whole center and these links. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 links. So let's cover the whole area with 7 links. Just come here, 2 4 5, shift R down arrow key, I have 7 links. So yeah, let's add space x4. That is okay. So finally it will looks like this. Let's now design our button also. So to design our button, for that come here to the button class name. Padding x will be like 3, padding y 1.5, bg blue, or we can make it sky 500, text white. Okay, so it will looks like this, rounded full. Check it on the browser. So that is okay, it looks like this, but we will just increase this padding on x and on y on both sides. But let's move these email and number to the right side. So to move them, just come here, flex justify int. That's it. And what else? Padding x will be 5 and padding y 2. That is okay. So the final result is like this. So let's add hover property also whenever we move mouse to this button. So for that, just come here, hover, the page will be sky 600. Look at like this. And also cursor pointer. That is okay. So it was all about this. Let's add a border at the top on these links. So to add a border, for that come here to this. Here we will add border top gray 300. That's it. Look at, we have this border. So let's check that on the browser. So it looks like this. Yeah, later we will add more design to this, and we will add drop down menus to these. Don't worry for that. Okay, so now what else we need to do? This was our navbar. Let's change these. So let's make these drop down. Okay, so then we will add more style to this. Let's first of all just um, add design to these number and phone number, email and phone number, sorry. Okay, so just come here, and here first of all we will have an icon. So that icon will be a far envelope, yeah, like this. And down from that we will have a span tag. Inside this span tag we will have an email like info at securityguardian.com, and here we will have a number, and let's add a phone alt, I think something like this, icon, and span tag for a number like something like this. That's it. And we can change the color of these icons also. So let's text blue sky 500. So let's add class name to this to div element. Flex space x2. and also items center. That is okay. And so we will add space between these two also. So for that, let's, for example, simple to this one, I will add margin left 8. That's it. Okay, we have phone number and email. And this was our button and this was our logo. Now let's design these links, and we can add padding top and bottom also. So for that, to add padding, so simply just come here and we will add padding by 1, and also we can add or just this one is okay, or we can add to this one also. It looks great now. So now let's change these names, and also we will convert these links to drop down menus. So instead of this second link here, we will add our services link now. So for that, let's make, that is okay. So it is automatically generating code for me as Copilot. So let's press enter. Okay, so a div element, and we will use this group class name. Okay, we will use this group to display this drop down menu. Look at, this is a group hover. Whenever we hover on this parent div element, so it will be displayed as black, otherwise it is hidden. We can see that. And service 1, service 2, service 3, that is okay. Apache run, and let's see, let's check that. Okay, look at, we have our elements. So let's just, everything is okay. Hover, we can display these. So let's add rounded class name also, empty. So look at it, looks like this now. We can see like we can just increase the size also. For example, width 44. Look at width 44. Or make it like 36, not too wider. Make it 36. Perfect. So after adding services, let's change these names also to armed services. Perfect. We can add whenever we hover, and this we can change the background color and also change this color. That is okay, we can do that also. So let's first of all just flex item center space x1. That's it. Let's add text sm axis. Okay, flex items center. It should be at the center. Now let's add another drop down menu, which is for industries and per area we serve. We will simply copy this code because we don't need to write it again and again, and we will just change it for industries and area we serve. So I have just made changes for industries and locations. We have 3 links per industries, 3 links per 3 cities per locations. And I have made some changes whenever we hover on these links, so the background will be changed, and also some changes to these links like padding X and font medium. So the final result looks like this. Look at. Now let's change these 3 links also to carriers, contact, and about. Simply come here to Navbar. Let's just copy this class name. We will apply this class name on all of them. Alt to select all these 3. space control V. So after that, now let's change this to carriers. The down one about, this is contact, and about. Let's check it now. Let's simple. Look at it, looks like this is our last result that we can see. We can also add a border to the bottom of this Navbar. So let's come here. Later we will make it for mobile also. For example, let's yes, just a very simple light border that we can add, or we can change that to 200, the background color, the border color. So that is okay. If you don't want, so you can skip this option. So this was for desktop. Now let's design it. This is our Navbar for mobile also. Okay, this was just for the desktop. Let's refresh it. Yeah. So now let's design this for mobile. So for the mobile, first of all, we will let's come here. I will bring now this to the right side. Yeah, let's make it to the right side. Bring it now here to the right side. I will show you. Close this. First of all, I will hide these items. Okay, so to hide these, just come here to this div element, and here I will add. By default, it is hidden. Okay, but LG black. Okay, by default for mobile devices it is hidden. And also let's hide this button for mobile devices. Okay, let's do like this. So let's come here now. I will close this. Come here. This is button. So class name. This is hidden, but for LG larger devices, black. Okay, display black like this. That's okay. What else we need? Instead of that button, we need to display another button. Okay, whenever we click that button, we will display the mobile menu bar. So for that, instead of this, let's just Control X and bring this to here. Instead of this button, down we will have another button. We'll just close this internet. So here we will have an icon for align justify. This icon. Okay, right now we can see this icon. Look at to the right side. By clicking this icon, we will be able to open the mobile menu bar. But let's decrease the size of logo for mobile devices. Just come here to the logo. This is our image. Width 20. Width will be 12. For larger devices, width will be 20. That is okay. And also we can add now spacing. Just come here to add padding X. Padding X will be like 4. For larger devices, padding X 0. As you can. And we can hide these mobile number and email also, but instead of hiding them, so let's make them column. Okay, and column wise. So for that, simply come here, flex and flex column, LG flex row. For larger devices, flex row. So it will looks like this. That's great. Now whenever we click this button, we should be able to display the menu bar for mobile. So for that, simply just come here to this button, on click. Okay, we will add here on click property. Let's now add a state variable. to enable the state for mobile menu. Const mobile menu set mobile menu equal to, we will use state hook, and we will add the default property is false. False. Where is the problem? Yeah, let's come here, and here we will add anonymous arrow function set mobile menu not mobile menu. So if that was true, it will make that to false. If that was false, it will become true by clicking this button. So here, instead of this, if the mobile menu was enabled, so then we will display here an X mark. So for that, let's come here and simply we will write mobile menu. If the mobile menu was true, so then we will display here an X like this. I will wrap that inside the curly braces. Just wait. Like this. I will wrap now this inside span tag to make it. So let's press now this, look at, so it has changed to an X. Now let's add class name to this X. Font bold. That's it. And we can also make it text LG RXL. That is okay. Let's press it back. We can see the justify icon. We can see X mark, justify. That is all about to display the menu. So now whenever this is enabled, so we will display menu bar per mobile. So for that, simply come here down from this. So simply here in curly braces, we will write mobile menu. If mobile menu property was true, so then we will display this code. Inside this div element, let's write our div code. For example, inside this, I would like to have the first is per home page, for that in anchor tag, and that will be home. Then we have a drop down. So per drop down, I will use div element services duplicated for industries, for locations, carriers, and about. That's it. Let's press now this. So look at, we have this menu bar. So now let's add some design to this. Class name LG hidden. Okay, for larger devices this is hidden. And what else we need to add? That is, let's just come here, class name padding Y will be 3, and let's move it to the text center. Will it be moved? Yeah, the center. At the center it will looks like this. And here we can add space Y 2. You have to add space between these links. What else we need? Just come here, instead of this, let's in curly braces these icons, and here we will write, we'll use $sign mobile menu. If mobile menu was true, so then we will add black, else we will add hidden property to this LG hidden. Okay, if the mobile menu variable was true, so then add black, otherwise hidden, it should be hide. Let's now press it. Okay, let's for example press this, hide display. That's it. And let's add here max height will be 80 vertical height of the screen, for example, until this area. And scroll bar, we can hide. Yeah, let's now leave it. So let's add drop down menus for services. So to add drop down menu for these services, we will create state variables for these services, industries and locations also. Whenever we click on that, we will able them to display. So const, here we will add service drop down, set service drop down by default false. Control Z. Let's make it per industry. And here we will make for location. So that's it. Okay. So after adding this state variable, now let's come here down to the mobile menu bar, and whenever we click on this, so let's wrap it inside. On click, we will call that set services drop down to not services drop down, like this. So down from that, let's come here and we will display service drop down if that was true. So we will display this part of code. Inside this we will display anchor tag, like just come here, class name padding left will be like 4, and service armed guard unarmed, and the third one mobile petrol. So let's check the first one. Let's press this, and these services we will add an icon at the right side. Just come here. Item center to bring them all back to the center, like this. So just come here to this div flex items center. Okay, so now let's press the services. So look at, we have these links, but let's make them drop down. Just come here, class name flex column. That's it. Okay, so we can display them like this. but the display is not good. It moved to the left side. I will figure out that. Okay, I will just solve the issues. Yeah, everything is okay because it is coming to the center now. So instead of the center, let's remove it back from the center. Flex column. That is okay. So we will just add padding left to this 4. It will looks like this. Now we have home and services menus looks like this. We can add some space between these, space y like 2. That's it. Now we can do the same thing as we did for services, for industries and locations also. So I have done the same thing for industries and locations also. Look at it, looks like this. But let's hide. We will just add overflow to this. Look at it, should not go beyond the 80% of the height of this screen, for example, until this area, because we fixed the size until 80%. So let's figure out that. Overflow y auto like this. Look at it has fixed until this area 80%. Now in overflow has been added. Scroll bar has been added to this Navbar, but we can hide this scroll bar also. For that, simply right hide scroll bar. I think that is the properties like this, hide scroll bar. So let's just find what was the property. So that the property that we can use just simple CSS code for that. I will not go for that because it will make the length of the video more than hours. So this was all about this. We can add background color to this blue, and whenever we edge over on this, it will change the background color as we did for the larger screen Navbar. So that is the same code, the same class, Tailwind CSS classes. If I move to that styles also, so it will just extend the length of the video. So it was all about this mobile menu bar. It looks like this. Now let's make it for how it looks like for larger screen. Look at, so yeah, let's fix it. Okay, for larger screen we should fix it. So simply just come here to our menu. We'll just decrease the size of this like this. And where is our, this was for mobile, but I think flex column, we should not make it get flex column, flex column. Let's just sorry, remove it from this. Okay, just come here and just wait where we added the classes, like here I think. LG flex row, flex hidden, LG block. Simply let's add flex column to this desktop menu bar. Sorry, flex row. Okay, like flex row. Let's check it now. It can't solve the problem. Flex row. That's it. So simply let's remove all this stuff. Hidden. For mobile devices hidden. For larger devices make it flex. Items center like this. Let's save it and just come here back. So yeah, that problem has been fixed. We can add some let's just come here to the Just wait, padding Y2. So it will display it like this. This is for larger devices. Oh, okay, yeah, let's just hide this also for larger devices. We'll fix this issue also. Yeah, this button, the second one. Okay, this is by default, this is hidden for mobile devices. Okay, the request for code, this is hidden for mobile devices, but for larger screen, black. That's it. But here, class name, just sorry, where is the button? Yeah, this is button. To this button we will add a class name. This should be displayed just for mobile devices, and for larger screen, hidden, like this. Check it now. Look at, we can see that. Let's resize it. Look, it looks like this. Press this and we can see our menu bar, industries, services, locations. So it was all about our responsive navbar that we made using React with the Tailwind CSS. And I think the size of this logo, so let's increase the size of the logo also. I think it's also not working. Just come here. Yeah, width 12, LG width 20. Sorry, okay, this is width 20. That's it. But it looks like this. So it was the final result of our menu bar. So now let's design our carousel or slider. This, okay, the home page, this hero page. Look at this slider. We will design now this slider. So let's start. Okay, just come here and we will create a new component. For the, yeah, I will create that inside the components, but we can separate it. We will name it like carousel.jsx. So first of all, I will create the first image here, then I will move to make it as a slider. So let's remove this carousel, and also we will install sweeper to make this slider. There are multiple libraries that you can install, but I will use sweeper. So the first thing that is, let's have a div element. Inside this div element we will have a div for image. So for that, simply img. Okay, this is just for the top image to be displayed. And for the images, I will import images. I have imported images. Those are inside the assets inside slider image, so I will import them. So let's import the images. Import hero 1 from assets, and inside assets we have slider images slash hero1.wp. And let's use now that image here like this. Okay, inside this src hero 1, this is our first image. Now down from this image we would like to have a div element. Okay, just simply come here. This div element is just it means a black color on the top of image, or we can say from left to right we will make it gradient. Okay, I will just show you here in this website. Look at the top we have a black screen, so we will use this as that. Look at from left side it is black. We will use later the classes for this to make like that. Now down from that we have our text area on the top of everything. So let's have div element. Inside this div element we will use now h1 tag. Let's make it h1, or we can make it h2. And professional security guard services in, for example, whatever city wherever you serve. So just write like that, h1 tag, and this will be wrapped inside span tag because we would like to change the color of this. So I have already added text primary instead of this text sky 500 or 600, like that, something like that. Down from this h1 we will have a p tag. where we provide, like for example, like this, that ensure safety and security with expert guard services. You can add buttons also, but I will skip that, like this. Now I will just design this here carousel. Let's first of all import it inside the app.js. Just come here to app.js. Down from that I will import the carousel. So look at, we have our first image and we have text down from that. So let's now design that. So let's move this div element to the top. Inside that div element, let's add here like this is class name relative, and down from that to this div element I will add a few class names to make it a black, from left to right a black. Okay, this is absolute, and insert 0, it means from top, bottom, left and right all 0. pg gradient, I will add classes. So I have added these gradient color from left to right, black from black, via sky 950, this is opacity, and to 913, this is opacity. So the final result looks like this was this div element that we designed. Now down from that we have this text area. So let's now add class names to this. This is absolute, and we will make it relative, class name relative, because to use absolute we should make the parent relative. Insert 0, flex items center, and justify start, max width 7xl, okay, and mx2 padding x, that is okay. These are the classes that I have used. Control S. So look at the text is on the top of this image now. So now let's add classes to this also. Class name, for example, let's make it also, let's change, for example, the color text white. So the text color is white now. So to control the text on the top of this, let's first of all design this h1 tag. Text 4xl, for example, okay, for mobile devices, text 4xl, or we can make it lower, or let's make it, for example, 2xl. So it should looks like this. Font bold, that's it, and I will just add classes. So let's add margin bottom 4. So that is okay. So for mobile, so let's just fix the size of this image, top image. So for the image, just come here, and here I will add to this one. Let's add first of all, the height will be like, let's make it 100 VH. So it should take the whole screen. But for let's make it, for example, for mobile devices, I will make the size to 70 VH vertical height, and for larger devices the height will be like, let's make it 90 vertical height, overflow height. So let's now fix the size of image also, and here we will add height full, width full, that's it, okay. And come here to the image, and to the image I will add class name, width full and height full. Save that, and let's add object cover class also. So it fixed the issue now for us. So the final result looks like this, and let's check it now for the larger screen. This is our image and it looks like this. So now let's just increase this text for size for the larger devices also. So for that, simply come here, and here we will add the max width of this will be LG. Okay, let's check it. That is okay, but let's increase the text size. So the text size for larger devices will be like 4XL. Yeah, 4XL. So let's even make it 5XL. Yeah, professional security guard services in Texas. Yeah, that's great. It looks like this. And for mobile devices, it looks like this. That is okay. Let's also add some class name text LG, or we can just make it for larger devices, LG text Excel. So it's okay. Yeah, this is the final result and final image that we have for our carousel. Now we will add sweeper library to make it a slider, and we will add 3 more images to our slider. So let's first of all check that we have the sweeper installed or not. Just come here, React icons. Yeah, we don't have that, so let's install that. Simply come here and React sweeper install. So to install sweeper, simply come here to npm and we will install that right now. Simply copy this npm install sweeper to the VS Code and close our server and paste that. Run this command and come here. Is there anything else to install? Nothing else, I think. Yeah, come here to the documentation, install from npm and import npm install sweeper, parse styles. I think there is something. Yeah, nothing else. That's okay. Yes. Let's run our React server again. npm run diff. That is okay. Just come here. Control B. So to use a sweeper, for that we need to first of all import the sweeper. Just a second. Import sweeper and also the sweeper slider from sweeper React. Also let's import these from sweeper. Okay, the CSS styles sweeper /CSS, and also we need to use the fade effect, so we will import that. So we don't need these navigation and something else. Let's import simply because we would like to use the fade effect with the sweeper slider. And what else we need to import? That is navigation, pagination, autoplay. Here we don't need the navigation, just paging. We don't need even the pagination. We need the autoplay effect and the effect fade. I think that we should import it like this from sweeper. Save that. Yeah, nothing. Sweeper from sweeper React. Yes, sorry, that is from sweeper modules. What else? So now let's use the sweeper. So first of all, we will wrap everything inside the sweeper. And to this sweeper, we will add the properties. Now the first property is modules that we want to use. The modules that we will wrap them inside the array notation. First of all, the autoplay, comma, effect fade. That's it. Down from this, we want to use the space between, okay, or we can just add effect fade. Effect is fade. And another property that is fade effect, like this fade effect. And we will just drop that inside in cross effect, cross fade. That is true. loop. That's it. Or we can add loop true. Sorry, what happened to this? So autoplay, let's add autoplay delay 3000. How much delay? For example, we will add the delay 3000 is okay. Disable an interaction. Yeah, we will pass that whenever we interact with the screen. And what else we need to add? That is slides per view. Slides per view 1. These are a few properties that I have added. Now let's wrap everything inside this sweeper. And we will wrap our first image inside the sweep slider. So it's it. Now, as we add our first image, we will just copy this sweeper slide, paste it for our second image. We will just change image. So for the image, let's import second image, which is hero2.wp, hero2, and also for third image, hero3, because the image were named like this. Come here down to the second one and to the image, hero2. That's it. Let's paste once again for hero3. Save that. Let's just refresh. Yeah, it will affect. Let's wait. Look at the second image and the third image that we have. So it's all about these images that we have. So even we can just, for example, we just come here to this larger screen. The max width will be LG, but for a smaller screen, I will decrease the side and bring them to the center. Or we can just add padding X, for example, 8, LG, padding X 0. Even let's make it 12. That's okay. It looks like this for. Let's copy this for other images also. Just bring it here and bring it here also. That's it. Let's check it now for a larger screen. Yeah. So this is the result. Let's look at the second image. So let's add this speed for the fade effects. Okay, we will add the speed property for that. Let's add that, which is speed 1000. That's it. Okay, speed was 1000. Nothing else is required. Yeah, that is okay. Everything is fine. So this was all about our hero page that we designed with the help of sweeper library. And we made this slider or carousel. You can just move to the documentation and explore which features you want, so you can add them. So now let's make why choose area this section. Okay, so now we will just design this section. So let's design it. Come here to the VS Code editor, and we will add a component here and by the name of choose. Simple like choose.jsx. That's it. And let's have a div element. Sorry, just inside this div element, we will have our first div and second div element from left and right side image. Let's add here a class name. Padding Y would be like 20 and BG gray 100, or we can make that like 100, and Come here, class name flex column, but for larger devices flex row. That's it. Now inside this we will have first of all a title, h2, why choose us. So it is generating code for me. Let's look to that. Why choose security guardian? That is okay. And we have added text 3XL, font bold, margin bottom px, and for larger devices pixel no. And at the security guardian we have just added this paragraph. Look at this is just a paragraph. And now down we will add 3 features of our like 24/7, like 3 features that I will add now them. Let's first of all check this. Okay, let's import it inside app.jsx, and here I will import that. Choose. So look at why I choose security guardian. So we can also just let's design this security guardian to blue. We will change the text color to blue. Come here, security guardian, or you can simply just change the color of this one. Let's make it class name and text sky 500. Let's bring it to the right side of security guardian like this, simple like this. Okay, you can add design. Now let's add our feature. So for the feature we will add them inside a div element. First of all we will have a title, then a paragraph. So for that simply I will just use h3 and here a paragraph like this. Sorry, like this. So now let's just copy these properties, lessened and trained guards. That's it. I have added them. Let's save them, and it looks like this. Okay, so now let's just design it. So for this one we have control div element. Yeah, these are inside. Class name as we have added for the max width will be like this was for flex. Let's wrap inside div element everything, and here we will add class name. Max width will be 7xl mx r2. That's it. For yeah, that is okay. We will copy this style for all others also, like this one. So look at the first one looks like this, but let's design this h3 also. Class name text xl font bold. That's it. Okay, and let's add margin top 8. Yeah, okay, and we can add margin bottom 2. We can make it 6. That is okay. It looks great now. I will copy this style. Okay, let's copy this. Yes, simply like font bold or h3. That's it. That's it, and that's it. I have copied these styles for others also. 24/7 monitoring like this. And to the right side we will have an image. Okay, so let's check that for I choose as look at this is left side, and now we will add the right side also. So for the right side simply this was our left side and this is our right side. img, and we will import an image. So let's import an image. I have added the image to this folder home. Choose as.png. So let's import now that. Import, choose image from assets. this is not type like assets, then home / choose as .png. Now let's use that. That's it. Let's add class name, rounded full object cover. Let's check that. Yeah, it looks like this. Excellent. But for just come here, class name margin top would be like 6, but for larger devices margin top 0. That is okay. So also we can add padding X would be 4, or let's skip that right now. Padding X 4, LG padding X 0. Let's check it for larger devices also. Yeah, it looks like this, but let's just come here, and here I will add a property, class name, width full, LG width 1/2. And same to that, let's copy this class name for this div element also. Save the, yeah, what happened? Sorry. That's it. Now let's check that for a look at. It looks like this now. So we can just decrease the text size of these paragraphs also to looks better. That is okay, and everything is perfect. Padding tab, yeah, this is the second one, and this is our, it looks like this. So this was all about why choose security guardian. Now let's add another section, which is our services, this section. So for the service section, we have an image at the background, and then we have these 3 cards. So let's design it. Just come here to VS Code, and first of all, we will create a component by the name of services.jsx, and another component for card. We will just simply name that like card or service card, whatever name you prefer, card.jsx. So first of all, come here to the service, and here I will just write RAFCE. So inside this div element, we'll have another div element. Inside that, we will have h2 tag. Inside that, our services, and down from that, we will have our cards, 3 cards. But let's first of all have our background image. And also for our services, we need to have an array. Like for these services, in that array we will have an image, a title, description, and a link. Because we don't want to repeat it again and again, we will just create an array for all of them. Then simply we will use and call the card component. So let's do that. First of all, I will import the images for the background, and also I will create an array. So I have imported these images. I have copied them and placed them inside home folder. Then I have imported them, and we have this array. Inside array we have ID, title, image, link, and description. Link, right now we don't have any links. Later we will create them also. Whenever we create a React router, we use that. So now let's use them. So first of all, we need to place background image inside. So for the background image, simply come here, and here we will use the style property. So for the style, we will just use the background image, and we will assign the property of URL inside this backtick. URL, and inside these URL now we will place our image name like this. Okay, simply just come here, and here we will write the service pg. I think the name was service pg, this image. So after placing that, now let's add class name also. Class name, so we will add padding y20 and bg cover. It should cover, okay, the area, and we can also make it bg center. Another property that we can add, that is relative, or we can add that. Okay, leave that, save that. So this was our background image for the service section. And after that, we have this div element, and down from that we have, let's now have, sorry, it has been added by Copilot. It is just generating code for me automatically. So we had this, our services, yes. Then we have this div element, grid calls 1, empty, grid calls 3. That is okay. It means for smaller devices 1 card, and for larger devices 3 card at the same row. And services, we have that arrow, that map, go through that and display these things. It means it has created card for me automatically, but I had a separate section per card. So that is okay. Okay, let's use this. We will not use the card. So our card should look like div element, service ID, class name, bg white, rounded lg, image. Okay, this is the image, height 48. Then we have h3 title. Then we have p, the description, and at the end we will have a link also. So for the link, simply we can place a link. Like right now we will use anchor tag, and here we will have service start link, because we had the link property also, like this. So let's first of all check it, okay, how it looks like. Come here to the app.jsx, and we will import that. Let's close this also, and here we will import services. That's it. It means that we faced with an error. It says home services bg.png failed to resolve home services bg. I think that is service bg. Yeah, that is service bg. So let's check it now. Okay, it looks like this. Look at our cards. So simply, yeah, let's first of all check it for larger devices. Also come here, and how it looks like. It looks like this, but I will just adjust. First of all, bring this our services to the center. Let's do that. Let's bring our services to the center. Simply we can add text center. I think it will move to the center. That is okay. And we can change the text color to white also. Text white. That's it. And now our cards, come here to the image, to this div element, padding. I will remove padding from this. Okay, it should looks like this. What else I need to add? Yeah, but we should add padding to this section, to the title and description, margin bottom. Simply come here, and I will wrap that inside a div element. Yeah, that is okay. It looks like this now. But how was, let's bring them to the center. So to bring it to the center, flex column and item, justify center. So just come here, justify center. That is okay, but we will add padding. I think it is not flex column, justify center or items center, item center. That's it. And to add padding 2, padding x2. Sorry, that should looks like this now. And for the link, we will just have service start link. No, we will not here. We will just more. And here we will have a link for arrow right. Yes, there is right. See that it should looks like that. Let's add class name flex and make it items center and space x2. But space x will not work because let's wrap. Yeah, control Z. Wrap this inside a span tag, then it will work. So that's it. And let's come here to this icon, class name, text, access. That is okay now. And we will change the color, the color of this. And that is like text, sky, 500 and font, bold. Perfect. So what else we need to add is that to add space from left and right. Okay, just let's first of all check that that is okay. It looks perfect. And we will just increase the height also and padding from bottom also. Just come here to this card and add padding bottom 4 and height up the card. Simply just come here and let's make this 60. What happened? That's it. Is it okay now? Yes, simply let's make it 72. It will be perfect now. Yes. What else we need to add for smaller devices? To add padding on the right and bottom from right and left side. So for that, simply this is our card and create MD gap 8 margin tab. Yes. Simply come here, padding x8, LG padding x0. It will solve the problem. Look at, so it looks like this. These are our cards, 3 cards that we have. And let's check it for larger devices also. It looks like this. So these are our cards. But simply to add the scale property whenever we move mouse to these cards, so it will just increase scale. Okay, the size of it should be scaled. So for that, first just come here, margin top 2. Oh, added margin top 2. Yes, that is great. So now let's add just the scale property. So simply, I think it will work. We need to add sketch over scale 105, or we can make it 114 transform duration 300. So let's, for example, look at that is great. 105 is okay, great. So this is our cards that we have made for services. So after the services, whenever we click OK, we will add the links later. And each over we will underline them more. So H over that's it. Come here now. Up to the services, we have our clients say, okay, this section. So now we will design this section. Very simple. This is just a carousel that we will use. Sweeper or carousel or a slider. There are different libraries, so we will use one of them for making this our clients say. So simply just come here and we will just make a component. So to use this section, okay, we will design this our client say this section. Just come here to the VS Code and we will create, we'll name it clients, simple name gsx array fce. So for the clients we need to have an array also, as we had part of the services, because just come here, I will show you like the name, the position, and the review of that person. So for that I have an array, so let's use that, like ID, name, position, and review. And we have 4 reviews, so let's wrap it. Now to use it, for that simply as we used for the carousel, okay, for the first section, as we used here the sweeper library, so I would use the same that library. Just come here and to the carousel and I will copy whole things. Control C. Later I will just change that. Okay, I will just edit that and customize that, and let's whatever is here we will import that also. Let's close it. I will customize it, don't worry. So we don't need these images. Okay, let's remove all of them. We need, yeah, these things, effect page, autoplay. What else we need is pagination. And here also I think we should import pagination. That's it. Just come here, sweeper, and to the sweeper fade, we don't need fade. Let's remove the fade. Pagination, that's it. Loop, okay. Autoplay, yes. And slides per view, let's make it 3, and speed we can add that. Okay, save it and just simply come here instead of these. Let's customize it. So first of all, yeah, let's remove all of this code. For now I will just have slide 1. I used before a React Slick for this type of slider, but it's my first time that I am using this sweeper for slider. Let's come here to the services, to the app.jsx, okay, and we will import the clients here. That's it. Just come here, we have slide 1, and let's, for example, we have 3 slides. Save it. What happened now? We have slide 1, slide 2, and slide 3, and sweeper slide, that's it. Loop, slides per view 3, autoplay, pagination. We have these 3 slides, so this should be in 1 row. Yes, sweeper. Oh yes, I should have, let's remove this. I should duplicate this whole code like this. Now we will check, like we have 3 slides in 1 row, but let's customize it like it should. Let's make it 4. Okay, let's, for example, we have 4. Let's save that, and this is 3, this is 4, this is 2. Let's wait for it. Will it change? Yeah, look at it is going one by one. Just look to that. Look, that is okay. But for mobile devices we should see one slide per time. Okay, it means per the breakpoints. Okay, per the mobile breakpoints, what we need to do, press that. Yeah, that is okay. It's just going to the left side now. Yeah, that's okay. But for mobile we should see just one slide. So for the breakpoints, let's first of all add the breakpoints here. Breakpoints, I will use them if it worked. If not, 1024, I think we should add slides per view. Slides per view. Per view will be like 3. I think it is like this. I will customize it. Just a minute. It is simple, like 3, like this. Okay, yes. But let's check it. Slides per view here, by default 1. Yeah, that is, now we can see just slide 1. So let's wait, it is changing or not. Let's refresh it. So check the result. Slide 1, look at slide 2. That is okay, perfect. But for the larger screen we will see 3 sliders. Yeah, per larger screen we can see 3 slides. Slide 1, 2 and 3. That is okay. So now let's design these client says section. So first of all, come here, and here we will add class name py20, and bg we can just add gray, 100 or white, whatever background you add. Alt shift F, and instead of these 4 slides, now we will use these reviews to display them. Let's remove all of them, and we will use reviews.map, and we will use sweeper slide. That's it. It is designed for me like this. The Copilot helped me to design it. So we will go through all those reviews. Review.review and review.id, review.name, review.position. But review.name, so let's first of all check it how it looks like. Then I will check that it looks like this, but I want to design it as we had before. Okay, so to design it like that, for that simply I need to add border. First of all, padding 6, no rounded LG. Let's remove this tab, and also shadow MD, remove this, flex column, justify. I will add border sky 500, border 2. That's it. And we can add an icon and name at the top. So for the name and icon at the top, we will just have a div element, and here first of all we would like to have an icon. So for the icon we will use for user circle this icon, and down from that we will have a div element. Inside this we will have name and like these two. Let's cut these two, or simply cut this div element and place it here like this. Alt shift F. So look at it, looks like this, but let's make it class name flex space x4, and let's add here class name text xl, and flex should be flex column justify center. Justify start, sorry. Okay, That's it. And div element, it should looks like flex, and item center. Let's remove the margin bottom. Text to XL, or we can make it 4XL, and we can change the color. Text sky 500. That's it. It looks like this. We can design it. Okay, we can design it how we want. Margin left. Let's remove this stuff. Font bold. So this is all about what our clients say. We can add a quotation icon also here. So for adding that, simply we will make it relative, and we will use a quotation icon for quote left, like this. We will make it absolute, and it should be at the right side. So let's make it left, not but right. Wherever you want, you can place that there. It was all about what our clients say, this section. So look at, and let's add width, and simply just come here to the div element, and here we will wrap everything inside a div element, and here we will have h2 tag, what our client says, and here we will add a paragraph also. So for the paragraph, we will add text like this, and I'll shift F, and let's take this div element, and we'll move it down from sweeper, and to this div element we will add class name, max width will be 7XL, mx margin right and left R2. The final result, look at what our clients say, and these text, let's margin bottom would be like 12, but here margin bottom would be like 2, simple like this. Now just come here and check it. Look at what our clients say, max width 7XL. Very good. So it was all about our clients section. So let's just add pagination at the bottom also. So to add pagination part, that we will come here to the sweeper, and here we will add the property of pagination. Look at pagination clickable true, and we will add another pagination dynamic bullets true. You can just customize it. You can add numbers and something, whatever you want, so you can add them. So let's refresh it once. So look at, we can see these pagination. You can just customize it using their CSS properties. You can move it to the right, to the left, or to the bottom, whatever. So you can just adjust that. So it was also all about the pagination that we have added in. It was all about what our clients say, this section. So another section that we would like to add to our website, that is industries we serve. This section, look at the cards we have, and these are the industries that we provide services in them. So let's start to design this section. Come here, and we will add a component. The name of the component will be industry, or we can make it industries.jsx. The industry section is same to these services section, okay, as we designed our services, the same section as the same cards, just we will change these content. So it means that we will move to the service section, and we will copy the everything from this section, and we will paste it here. What we need here, we will just change the name industries, yes. So also let's change this name, services to industries. I will just change this content, nothing else. Okay, just this name of the industry, the description, and the image, and I will just change these things. Okay, so I have imported images. I copied images to the sound folder and imported them. Also, I have created this array, industries array, where we have ID, title, image, and link and description for all these 6 industries. And this was just a title and a paragraph, and this code was the same as the services code. So let's save it and let's check it now, and let's import industries inside app.jsx. Save it, and we paste with an error. It says retail.png from retail the image, retail error. So let's check that. Retail.png. So I think, yeah, this is just one. The path should be like so. Yeah, the problem has been solved. Now let's check that. So look at the cards. Yeah, the first one, the second one, the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Now let's check it for larger devices, how it looks like. Industries we serve. Yes, we have these 6 industries in the link. So it was all about the industries section that we have designed. Now after the industries, we have the section of request a code. This contact form, we should design it, and also the background, this design, we will add it, and the left side this text. So we will design now this section. So let's now design this contact form, this section. So the left sidebar this, and the right sidebar we have a contact form. So just come here to VS Code and we will create a new component. So let's name it request, or we can just name it contact.jsx. So RAFCE. Inside this contact form, first of all, we will design. So inside this, we have a div element. We have 2 div now inside this. The first div, let's design it for the left side bar text, and the second div for contact form. So just come here to the first one, text, and here we have contact us, or we can just name it hire professional guard. Like this. Down from that, we will have a p paragraph. Yes, Copilot will generate code for us. So let's check that. So we can copy, okay, for this text, we will copy this text. Copy this and we will paste that here. That's it, okay. So this was the left side, and the right side we will have a forum. So for forum we will create a separate component because we need to reuse that component in contact page also. So we will name it forum, simply forum.jsx, AFCE, and this will be a forum. So let's make it forum and come here down. So inside this forum, we need to have div elements. So the first div, that is, or instead of div element, we will directly add a class name, great calls 1, MD per medium devices, great calls 2, like this, and we will add space y2, for example. That's it. Come here down and we will have input field, type text, and let's check our, simply just come here. We have full name, email, phone number. This is placeholder poll name. It will separate, it will just generate code for us, email and telephone. Input type text subject. Instead of subject we need to have, let's check that. So here phone number, then industry. So for the industry type text, and I will add other fields also. So we have added all these fields. So let's now check it. We will import it inside the contact. So let's come here and we will import forum here, like this. Let's wait till we import that. Let's save that and let's import contact page inside app.jsx. Now let's close these. Come here to app and here we will import our contact. Control Shift, I think it's not contact. Contact from component, yes. Save that. Let's check it how it looks like. This was the first section, hire professional security guard, and these are our input fields. So now we will design our form. So simply just come here back to our contact. In contact, let's first of all design this h2 tag. Text 2x, L font bold. Yeah, that's okay. And margin bottom 2. What else we need to add is that padding. Class name padding x will be 8, and per larger devices padding x 0. It should look like this. That's okay, but let's now design our forum. So forum, there should be a space. Yeah, come here, class name margin top 6. For larger devices or MD, yeah, MD devices, margin top would be 0. Here also we can add MD for medium devices. Yeah, there a space has been added, but before space let's add here h2 tag, and that will be a request for quote or quotation, whatever you write. That's it. Yeah, request for quote, and we will make it XL. Also let's add padding x would be 8, and for medium devices 0. Now let's design our input elements. So for the input elements, let's move to the forum. In forum here, let's come here where we will add a class name here. Press Alt OK to click here. Class name padding will be 2. Border, we will add border array, for example 200. So finally it looks like that, and we will just change the BG to gray 100. So it looks like that. That's okay, but let's change the border from 200 to 300 or even 400. So now we can see it clearly. So even let's add this class name to the messages also. Just come here to add this MD border gray 400. That's it. Yeah, we can see that, but let's add rows property also. Rows, how many rows there should be? Like 4 rows. Let's look at, we have extended the size of that. And let's design the button also. So for the button, just come here, MD call span 2, control B first of all. py2 px2, that's it. Let's remove these. pg sky 500, text white, rounded full. No, we don't need to make it rounded. h over bg sky 600, cursor pointer, width max. Width, let's make it width full. So it will looks like this. This was our contact form that we have designed. Let's now check on the browser. Just come here down, look at it. Looks like this, but we will design it, okay, for the mobile devices also. So just come here back, and here we will come here to the contact, and here we will add a class name. This here we will add lex, and after that the plex, the max width would be 7xl mxr2, like this. That's it. And flex column for MD medium devices, flex row. That's it. And what else we need to add? Come here to the top, and to the top we will add just the background color as we had in our previous website. So here we will add class name. So first of all, let's add like bg gradient to the right side, and from white from 770 pixel 70% to 30%, because the 30% area was sky 500 was blue. Look at that, has been designed like this. Even we can remove this section for mobile devices, but let's leave it like this. Look at it, looks like this, but let's add width to this. Just come here, and we will just add here width full MD width, like that. Okay, let's copy this section. Sorry, Control V. Copy this section and paste it on the second section also. Paste it, save that. Now we will see the result clearly. Yeah, that's it. Oh, sorry, we should not add this padding Y. So padding should be added here. Padding Y 20. Look at, so it looks like this, but we will design it more. But what else we require? So we will bring this text to the center. So let's do that. And instead of that, let's change the background color to gray, and we will change these text. We will fill these text to white, or I will just, let's just come here. I will show you. Just come here, and I will bring this text flex column, justify center, and items center, or just justify center. Yeah, that's it. What else we need? And just come here to the forum, and I will design this second section. So let's add a background color here. Okay, bg white. Okay, so bg white, that's it. Just come here, bg white, it looks like that. We will add padding also. Just come here, what? Padding 6, rounded LG, shadow LG. Yes, that's okay. Simply just come here. Padding Y will be like 4. So request a code here that looks like that. How our previous was. Our previous one, we will add shadow LG, and let's extend this button to the right side and also add space between these two. So simply just come here to the forum, and here inside forum we will add gap 6. So sorry, gap 0 MD gap 4, or we can just add gap X. Okay, gap X. Yeah, it looks beautiful now. So this is all about, let's just double the width of this button also. So for that, simply just come here, our MD equals span 2. Yeah, this was our button, request for code, and these are input fields that we have, and message box. We can also add padding to the message box. Just come here, I think padding 2. Save that. Yeah, just come here. Yeah, that's okay. And we brought this text to the center. We can move from or add padding from right side. Just come here to the contact and padding X, MD padding X0, or we will do like simply just wait. Padding left and MD padding right will be like 8. Look, it looks like this now. Also, let's decrease the size from forum. Just come here, padding X, padding Y, MD padding X will be 4. Yeah, it looks great now. So let's check it for mobile devices. So for mobile, it looks like this, but let's remove this around it. LG from our forum. Save that. That is okay. Yes, this is for mobile. It looks like, and let's check it for larger devices. It looks like this. So it was all about this section that we designed, the contact section. So after that, we have another section about, that is areas we serve. Okay, so for area we serve, we have an image at the background, and then we have these boxes for to display the cities and an icon. So for that, simply let's design it also. So for the area we serve, first of all, let's create a component. Just come here to the component and we will name it area.jsx or AFCE. So we will have as the same at the background we have an image. So just come here to the service to just save time, and Control B. I will close this sidebar. We need a div element like this. I will show you. Okay, so we need an image at the background. So for the image, I will import an image. I already imported that to import area bg assets in home slash area bg.png. This is our image that I have copied to this folder. Now let's use that here, area bg. That's it. So after using that, instead of this area we serve our location, simply I will write locations. Here we can add a paragraph also. Here we can adjust some text like we serve all these cities. And down from this div element, now we will just draw this name of cities. So I will have a list of cities here. Const cities. Like city A, I will add a few names like city B, city C, like we have these names. So just simply now let's design it. Simply come here and we will have a div element. That's it. Copilot is helping with me. Let's control as we did all these designs. Okay, cities.map, we will use map function through to go through that, and we will simply design it. This is just a simple box. Okay, so max width is 7xl. That's it. But yeah, that is okay. Max width is 7xl, and mxr2 margin top 10 grid calls 1 per sm. Smaller device is 2 per medium device is 3 per larger devices we will display 4, or let's make it for larger devices also 3. Cap 6 pay x 4. That's it. Then we will go through all those cities. So this is the box of the city that we would like to display, but before this box let's display an icon also. So that would be for like location. I think there is in per location pinned. I think this icon we should use this one. Simply let's save it and let's import first of all this area inside app.jsx to see how it looks like. So let's import it. Simply let's wait, refresh it, look at locations, and we have these cities names, and let's just add some design to these city names. Come here to the forum, to the area. In the area, first of all, we will add a color to these location. Just come here, class name, text read 500, and after that we will just add simply just come here, bg white, bg opacity et, bg opacity we will make it like 20. Let's make it 20, or simply just let's remove it. Here we will just add 30. This is opacity. Okay, it looks like that. That's great. And what else we need to add, that is flex property. Okay, flex and item center. Yes, yeah, that is okay. What else we need to add? Margin right 2. That's it. Okay, and instead of this pin we can use another location instead of pin. Let's use arrow, or instead of arrow let's use another one. Which one will be great? Dot one. So the dot one is okay. This location is okay, but let's add padding y also. So I think we don't have padding 4. Let's make it 6. So these are our cities that we have, locations we serve. So let's check on browser. So just come here down, look at the locations that we serve. These are the locations. It was all about the cities that we serve. And now let's move to the section of frequently asked question. On the left side we have these questions, and at the right side we have this simple place. Let's design it now. Simply let's create a component here. Just come here and we would like to name it like pack, simply like packs.jsx. So our AFCE, simply just come here down and we will have div element. Inside this div element let's have h2. That's it, packs after and down from this down from this h2. Now let's have a div element, and inside this we'll just wait. Let's remove this code. That's it. Now let's have a div element. Inside this now we will have two div element. Okay, the first one is for the drop downs, for these packs questions. Okay, these I will show to you. For this, the second one for this part. Okay, just come here and have the first part and the second part that we have. And now let's design the first part first of all. Let's simply write like how many questions. Let's have an array of questions. Okay, so just simply I will create that array. So let's just come here to the first section. In this first section we will use now this array. Okay, question and answer. We have these question and answer. Look at these four. So after using map function, it will go through those questions and answer. Now we will print those questions and answers. So how we will print them? Let's simply just let's click it. So instead of this h3, I will just div element, and we have a button here. Inside this button, I will display item.question. I will print the questions here. To the right side of this question, I will print an icon, chevron icon. So let's first of all wrap it inside a span tag. That's it. And here we will have an icon. Control V, chevron down. And we will just add a state variable here. Simply come here, const is question open. React.useState by default false. Okay, so now let's use that. We will add on click here. After adding on click, we will now use a function. Inside this function, we will call set as question open, and we will add a not is question open, simply like this for this first question. So after opening, let's come here, we will bring it down. Also here we will just write set is question, simply like is question open, simple like this. If that was open, we will use like simply I will show you. Instead of the if that was open, so we will use up. Instead of down, we will use up. Okay, that's it. Then down. So if that was true, we will use up, otherwise down. So this was a button. And here also we will display if it was true, so then we will display this answer. Is question open? Then we will display that. Simply like that. So let's import it first of all to the app.jsx. Simply come here and we will just import facts. I think like this. Save it and let's just come here. Press it, so we will open it. That's it, everything is fine. Let's now add Tailwind CSS classes to design it. Alt-Shift-F to format the document. And here to this button, we will add a class name that will be Plex. Justify between. Padding X will be 2. So it will look like that. And items center. To this patcher room, we will add class name text access. That's it. To this question, let's add class name padding left will be 4. Yeah, that's okay. It was all about that. And here simply let's add class name py20 and packs. Just come here, that's it. Class name flex column. For LG larger devices, flex row. That's it. Let's come here to the first one. Div element class name width full, and for a larger devices the width will be half. 1 divided by 2, or we can make it 3 by 4. Come here to the second one, width pool, and per larger device is 1 by 4. That's it. And here we will just display these information. Let's check that inside the browser. Yes, like this question not answered, contact us, preferred email, and a phone number. Still have a question? Look at everything has been. If you can't find answer looking for, please reach out to our support team, contact our support team. That's it. And instead of this, we can display an email like a button. Yes, that is a button, and inside button we will have an icon like the icon is that envelope, and to the right side of that we will have email info@signaguardian.com, something like that, your email, and down from that we will have a number. This will be like phone alt, and this is a number, something like that. Let's add class name space x2. Come here, class name rounded, and padding 3. bg we can make it blue, or we can make it sky 200. That's it. Okay, just come here and let's check the result. So it looks like this. Okay, so let's fix the issue. This right side is okay, but still there is items center. Let's wrap it inside a div, and we will add to this div element class name. Max width will be 7xl, mx 2. That's it. It is great. Now let's just increase the size of these questions. Okay, that is okay. Now look at extend the size, but it is extending the size for all whenever we press the first one, so it is just expanding all these packs questions. So let's resolve this problem also. So for that, to solve that, we will just create a pack item, a new component. We will pass question and answer to that, and we will create a state variable as open or not. After that, we will have return, and finally we will close that like this. I think we should close it like this. Yeah, inside this we will have, let's cut this div element. That's it. Alt Shift F, and now let's call this simply fact item here, fact item and key index, question and answer. We will pass them like this. That is okay. L shift F instead of this, sorry, is open here. We will use is open. Set control save that. Alt shift F. So I hope it will work. And question and answer is open. Sheet is open. Yeah, let's remove this index. Save that. Remove this and come here to this, and for margin top would be 6, for larger devices margin top 0. And also let's add padding X. Flex, just come here, padding X 8, LG padding X 0, same to that we will add for this one also. See that? That's okay. Let's press this. Now we can see just one has been expanded. Press this, second. Let's now move to the larger screen, and on the screen we can see the questions like this. Look at just one, second one, third one, third one. Like this, we can just design our fact section like this. And what else we need to add? Yeah, the info, the email and number. Yeah, that is great. Down from this section, now let's design yeah, this Marquee, I think nothing else. I mean, yeah, now let's use this Marquee to design and have our burns like this and display it like that. So for that, so for the Marquee, we will just create a new component and we will name it like, let's simply name it brands.jsx rafe. So first of all, I will import images for our brands. Then I will create an array of those images. Then I will simply use them. So we need to install a package for that also. Later we will install that. So I have imported these images and also I created an array from that. Now we will use a Marquee package for displaying them. So let's simply come here and we will search here React Fast Marquee. So we will install this package. Let's come here to the npm, copy this, we will install this and simply just come here down how to use it, like Marquee your component. Come here simply and we will install first of all that. Let's Control C, Control V, we will install that, press enter to install the Marquee package. Yeah, that's okay. Now let's run back our server. So now let's use that. Marquee, so we will import it, Marquee from React Past Marquee. So after importing that, we will add property to this speed, control the speed to 100 and gradient false from left and right. Now let's print the images. Okay, look at brands.map. We will go through this array and we will just display image img brand. Okay, index +1, class name margin x4. Let's save it and let's check it how it looks like. Let's import it inside the app.jsx down from app facts. So we faced with an error because the path is incorrect. I will just correct the path. That's it. And so look at our marquee looks like this. We will add some design now to this. Okay. Simply let's wrap it inside div element. Class name, I will add some classes to this. Like width, I will add the width, for example, 20. Look at, but per MD or per larger devices, the width will be like 32. Same to that height. Flex, items, center, justify, center, space X, like 8. Width full. So simply I have designed it like this. Okay, I added these classes, width, height, and justify item center. Now let's correct these also. To the image, I will add height 12, but for medium devices, height 20. Yeah, it will fix the issue. Look at it looks like this, but let's check it for the larger screen also. Just come here and we will see it. Look at this is our marquee that we have. Now down from this marquee, let's add a border also. So simply just come here and we can add a border. Class name border top, border gray like 300. Simple like that. Down from this, the last component that we would like to print today for this video is the footer. Okay, the rest of the pages I will design them in the next video, but today I will complete it just the home page. So now let's design this footer. So for the footer, let's create the footer component. Simply just come here and we will create footer.jsx for AFCE for the footer, and let's have a div element. So first of all, let's add a class name. Padding y will be like make it 8 and bg sky 500. Class name great calls 1 md great calls 2, and for larger devices great calls 4. What does this mean? Div multiplied by 4, we have 4 divs. For the first div, we have a logo and a text. So for the logo, first of all, we have an image, so slash logo.png, which is in public folder. Down from that, we have just a text like Cigna Guardian is a trusted company, like this. This was the first section. In the second section, let's check the second section that we have inside that services. Okay, we have 3 services. Link. And I would like to have 3 links, which are, I will remove these things stuff. So we have services and we have UL list, residential security, and something like that. Or we can just make a gray div element also, but let's leave it like this. And here I will add an icon. The icon should be like Vachiron, like right, axis. What else we need to add? Yeah, update all of them. Class name, flex, items, center, space. X will be 3 or 2. And let's wrap residential through span tag. I will update all of them like this. Okay, so these are our services. Now let's come here to the second section, which is about the quick links. So for the quick links, we need to have something like this. Yes, about services and contact us. Down from that, we have the address section. Copy this section. Instead of all this stuff, use that, remove this one, and for the address, let's use, and this is our address like New York, simply, and here email. Yes, that is okay, and let's change these icons also. This is for home, I think, home or house, something like this. Something like that. Let's first of all import it inside app.jsx and check it how it looks like. Save that and just come here and let's check that. This is our footer. Let's just add some styles more. First of all, let's add width to this image. Last name, width, for example, 32. How it might looks like, let's make it like 24. That is okay now, and we will add width 7 XL for larger devices. For example, let's just wrap it inside. That is great. Let's bring image to the center. Now just come here to the services, class name, text XL, font bold, and text white. That is it. And to this icon, text access, that's it. Let's add text white. Okay, let's update these also. Update the quick links, update these also, update it and update it, all of them. That is great. We have all of these now. But what else remained for mobile devices? Let's add padding. Just come here and here we will add px8 lg px0. That is also okay, correct. And what else we need to add? A little bit okay, or even we can make it 3. That is great now. Okay, so what else remained? That is to add the cities list. Okay, so let's check it for larger devices also. Yeah, for larger devices it looks like this. Great step. And we can also increase the space of this. Okay, just add more space between these items, like LG space Y is like, make it 6. That's it. Let's check it now for larger devices. Look at it, it's great. But it is just adding space between these. Oh, I'm sorry. This is all what I did was wrong. But instead of that, I need to add Control D, Control D, Control X, and come here to the UL list and space Control V. And also add margin top 4. Everything is in text now. That's it. You have added spaces, but we can just decrease it per. Just come here and we can make it 3. We can make it 2. Okay, it is okay now. Now let's add the list of cities like here we have. Okay, so to add the list of cities, for that simply just come here and we would like to have down from this div element, wrap this, and down from this we will have another div element, a list of cities. What has been added? Copy signal, got alright reserved date.full and border tab. Let's check that. That is okay, it has been added automatically, but let's add the list of, simply just come here, list of cities. Look at the list of cities that we have right now. What else we need to add? That is like PGE. Just remove this and we will add background color to this class name, PG blue, center it. But not like that. It should be outside. Control X, Control V here. It's okay, but one thing else to fix that is padding Y. Let's make it padding top 8. That is great. Okay, it has been fixed, but let's add a link at the top of these cities. We will add here a border. But this text, let's fix this issue. This should be at the center. Flex, wrap, justify center, items, center. Why here is a space. I will just fix that. Padding bottom, margin top. Delete that. That will fix the issue now. And here we can add now padding Y 2. That is a list of cities that we have. So it was all about the footer. We can add a or effect also. So let's go through these ones. We have designed everything. Just we can see these drop down menus. So further, simply just come here back to our carousel. Navbar, sorry, we will come here to the navbar, and after coming to the navbar, so to the drop down, come here first of all to the desktop, to the services. This is drop down, and here we will add the zit property like zip10. Okay, so it will solve the problem. Let's check that. Yeah, that is okay. The first one has been solved. Let's add that to the second one also. Request a quote, everything as that. Yeah, clients, industries, contact forum, locations, facts, and Marquee, and finally this footer. Everything is like that. So this was the first section that we completed, the home page and everything responsive. For the second part, we will just design these remained pages. These contact in these pages. So if you like this video, don't forget to like this video, comment down, and also if you're looking for the second part, comment down. Thanks for watching.